Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So before I start the video, just know that I didn't know, okay? I didn't know, because titles can be misleading. Not the bang. Whoa. Okay, so where do I begin? So back in 2017, I got on this app called Meet Me. And I can't remember why I first got on the app. Honestly, I don't know why I got on the app in the first place. I shouldn't have been on there regardless because, sorry, my this camera's lopsided. I shouldn't have been on there in the first place, but I was on there. And I think why I first made it was to make friends, because I had this one friend and she was like, we need a big ass friend group, and I was like, okay, like let's make some more friends or some shit. So I downloaded this app called Meet Me. I was 18 at the time, and so I first was on there for friends, woo doo, and I made this one friend on there. I'll call her C. So C and we became friends, and she was like, you can meet boys on there too. And I was like, oh yeah, I could do that. So I decided to look for boys on there. And like I said, I like this wig. This is a wig in my video like a couple of months ago. I literally only wear it around the house. I think I wore it out like once or twice. I don't know. Anyways, like I was saying, I switched it to boys or something like that. I don't know. And the very first dude I matched with or linked or talked to or whatever the fuck was, let's call him Jay. That's a red flag right there, because if his name starts with a J, you need to jog on out of there, because J's are just the trauma. Anyways, so I matched with Jay, and it was around February that we first started talking. I can't remember. So he was Samoan. He was fine as hell. I think that's why I let all this bullshit happen. But he was Samoan. He was 21. He's in the military, and he was stationed out in Korea or like somewhere in Asia. He was stationed. And I was like, well, how do we match? And he was like, oh, I put it to where I would get matches in Kansas because I'll be back in June. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So we started talking, and like we hit it off. We FaceTime every day. We were talking for 4-ish months. We talked. We FaceTimed every fucking day, right? So I remember one time we were talking, and he was like, you're my boo or some shit like that, basically saying like we're together, but we haven't met yet because he's stationed off in Asia somewhere. So I'm geeked over this nigga. I'm like, I got a man, he's Samoan, like that's my boo. So this is where shit hits the fan. Literally, he only has like 3 or 2 more weeks until he comes back to Kansas, right? I was in Kansas at the time. And I remember he was like, when I come back, like, I wanted to ask you in person, but I want you to come with me to this military ball thing they were having. And I was like, okay, yeah. Like, I was so excited. I'm like, oh my God, I get to wear a dress, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, pick out a dress. I'll get it for you. So I'm over here geeked. I was excited. I was like, okay, like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna look like, Belle, fucking Cinderella type shit. So I was looking at dresses, and I was sending him dresses, and I'm like, what about this one? What about this one? He was like, I don't know, maybe you should just like wait. And like his whole vibe just kind of, I don't know. So I had kind of like a weird feeling. So my friend that I made on there, C, I was like, hey, I need you to do me a favor. And she was like, what? So you know how us women are, like, we'll have a friend hit up a dude to see if he'll respond or some shit like that. So I was like, I need you to hit up Jay on the app and see if he responds, because I remember he told me like, oh, I deleted it type stuff, right? She's like, okay. So she messaged him, and like a couple hours went by. Mind you, the big ass time difference we had. And she was like, oh no, he ain't messaged me back. And I was like, okay, cool. Like we're really, like we had each other as our wallpapers. Like we were friends on Facebook. We were tagging each other and stuff on Facebook. So like it seemed legit. Like we FaceTime 24/7. And I was just like, this is my boyfriend. So the next day, she was like, uh-oh. And I'm like, what? And she's like, he messaged me back. And I was like, so she didn't respond back to him. And this thirsty ass nigga double text her and was like, hey, what's up? And so she's like, he messaged me again. And I was like, so I was just like, you know what? Just text him, act like, you're interested in shit like that, and like just see like what happens. And so mind you, when we first started talking, he was like, oh, I love black women, like black women do it best. And then when he was texting my friend, he was like, I love white women do it better. And I'm just like, well, which is it? After that, I was just like, well, fuck, so what now? And so after that, like he barely was FaceTiming me, and I would double text him and shit, and he'd be like, oh, sorry, I'm drunk, I need to get sober. And I'm like, but you can post on like Facebook and shit like that, okay? So it's May, and I'm about to graduate high school, and I haven't talked to him in like a couple days. So I'm like, hey, like, what's going on? I haven't heard from you in a while. And he's like, oh, sorry, I just been tired, this, that. And I'm just like, something is really fishy here. And like I was so hurt because like I really liked him, and like he even FaceTimed my mom. Oh, mom, if you're watching this, I lied. I did not meet him at my job. I met him online. Sorry. So anyways, he FaceTimed my mom, and like that shit hurt. Anyways, let me finish the story. So I graduate high school. I walk the stage, and mind you, I haven't heard from him in days at this point. So I'm trying to like act happy because like it's my graduation day. I'm supposed to be happy and shit like that. But like deep inside, I'm like, damn, like this kind of hurts. Like this is a big moment for me, and this shit happens. Like, and I know you're probably like, how you gonna catch feelings with a dude you haven't met yet? Bitch, we talk every day for 4 months, around that area. So of course I have the right to be upset, So this is the icing on the cake, or whatever the fuck. So I graduate high school. I had my graduation party, and I remember I had got on Twitter that night. And mind you, I rarely get on Twitter. And you know how you can find your friends, like find your friends who have Twitter accounts through a phone number and shit like that? Let me back it up a little bit. When we first started talking, I was like, do you have a Twitter or anything? He's like, no. Okay. So fast forward, the day of my graduation, I get on Twitter and I do the contacts thing. And I was just trying to add people because I only had like 30 followers, right? And I see his name, and I was like, no, I see his picture, and I'm like, I thought you didn't have a Twitter account. So I clicked on it. Bitch. Ah! Tell me why his name on Twitter was Dottie's husband. Who the fuck is Dottie, right? So I was like, okay, maybe it's like an old account. No, he posted like 10 minutes before I got on his account. So I'm like, okay, and like my heart's beating so fast, and I literally feel like I'm gonna vomit. So I'm going through his profile on Twitter, His cover photo is a picture of, I'm guessing, who was Dottie. She was half naked and she's like laying on her side, like, paint me like one of your French girls type shit. And his bio is like Dottie this, Dottie that. His name was Dottie's wife. And I'm just like, fuck, okay, shit, fuck, shit, okay. Calm down, Tori. So I'm scrolling through his page and they're just tweeting each other all the time. And I'm just like, shit, bro. So I went to her Twitter account. Her name was Jay's wife. Yeah, her cover photo, a picture of him. So I'm just like, fuck. Like, I was really like shaking and I felt sick and I was just like heartbroken. Oh, the trauma. The trauma. Oh my God, I could feel it. Like, oh God. So mind you, like I said, it's graduation day and everybody, all my family's surrounding me and I'm trying so hard to like remain calm and like not look upset. So I'm like, okay, shit, fuck, whoa, right, okay, yeah, party, yeah, I graduated. So, fuck, what did I do after then? I kind of blacked out after that. I don't really remember what happened after I found that out, but I know I screenshotted it. I told this group chat I was in, I told C, I told friends, and I don't know if I told my sister-in-law. I don't think I did. But yeah, and they're all like, what the fuck? Who is she? He's married. Did you know he was married? And I'm like, no, like, oh my God. And like, I'm going through his Twitter account and what am I? What am I to you? So yeah, that happened. Sorry, it's just like the trauma. Couldn't sleep that night. And then the next morning, my dad takes me to Florida for my vacation, or for my graduation gift. And I was so excited to go to Florida, to the beach. I couldn't even enjoy it. I couldn't eat the whole time. I couldn't sleep. I was crying whenever my dad wasn't looking. My dad was like, are you okay? Like, you're supposed to be excited. And I'm just like, oh, you know, I'm on my period type shit. And ruined my trip. Couldn't eat. Couldn't enjoy the beach. I haven't been to the beach since then, and I'm pretty upset about that. 3 years ago. Yeah, I never heard from him again. And it's crazy because I started college later that year, right? And it was like August, September that I came back to. I was living in Topeka, Kansas then. I went back to Topeka, and me and my friend Belina, she's my best friend, we were at the mall and we went into Zoomies. And I remember I was looking at skateboards or something, and I just looked up and I saw this dude. I was like, oh my God, that looks like Jay. Bitch, it was Jay. And I was like, oh my God. And so that night, Belina and I were just becoming friends then, right? So I was like, oh my God, that's Jay, that's Jay. And I don't think she really understood because I don't know. But I was like, oh my God, that's Jay. And so I went to the group chat that I was in and I was like, bro, guess who I saw today? And then they were like, oh, hell no. So I was like, all the trauma came back, you know, because I was still hurt then. Like, I never really had boys interested in me ever in high school, middle school. I never had a boyfriend. I didn't get my first boyfriend until like 2 years ago. And literally 2 years ago, I had my first boyfriend. And I really liked him. Like, he was a cool dude. And we were relating on so many topics and stuff like that, which is probably fake. I remember they were like, oh, he got us fucked up, let's do something. And so I remember there's this weird like cursed image meme type shit of SpongeBob, and like his face was all contorted. It was a weird picture. And like literally 10 of my friends added him on Snapchat just to send him that picture, and he was like, what the heck's going on? And then this one friend I don't know, we're not friends anymore. I don't even know what happened, but she was like, F you and Dottie. And he was like, how do you know about Dottie? And she was like, you got me effed up, I should smack fire from your ass. And like everybody was like going in on him, and he like blocked all of us. But yeah, I don't know if they're really married or not, but I think they were from how he was tweeting and shit. And he was like, mind you, he was Samoan and she was like Polynesian. He was like, Polynesian women do it better. I'm like, okay, you said that about black girls, white girls, Polynesian. What is it? Like, what is it? Sorry, I know I kind of suck at telling stories. I just get scatterbrained, but yeah. So that was the time I was dating a guy who had a wife the whole time. Literally took me a year to get over that shit, because like I'd be cool one moment and I'm just like, damn, like this dude had me feeling like I was all that in a bag of chips just for him to be married the whole time, or fucking with someone else the whole time. I should have listened to my mama, because she was like, military niggas is hoes and cheaters, all that. So till this day, I never talked to another military dude, and I've had hella military dudes in my DMs, and I was like, no ma'am, no ham, no turkey, no ma'am, no ham,
no ma'am, no ma'am, no ma'am.
So anyways, that's my story time about how I was dating a dude who had a wife the whole time. Never doing freaking long distance again. Just the trauma. It's the trauma. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I have a video. Oh my god. I have a video coming soon. It's a cute little DIY, since a lot of people I don't even know, like, that I'm friends with on Facebook be like, I love your DIYs that you do. So I'm like, maybe I should do more of those. I don't know. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.